School resource officers are officially staying in hallways of Rochester schools tonight. The school board voted to renew its contract with Rochester police officers for another year. KIMT News 3's Brandon Cote is joining us live from the Edison building after attending tonight's school board meeting. So Brandon, we know there has been a lot of controversy surrounding school resource officers. Several police departments statewide actually pulled officers out of schools over the past year. So did this new Minnesota law clarifying what SROs can and can't do when restraining students affect the board's decision?
Well, Cammie, amidst all the controversy that's happened over the past year, the school board did look into other alternatives. For example, they considered having the school district form their own police force. However, after all is said and done, the school board members did decide that keeping SROs inside the school hallways was the most practical option to keep students safe here in Rochester. For the first time, the Rochester Police Department provided the school district with numbers of what happens after a student incident involving an officer. So far this school year, SROs reported 277 incidents like handling assaults or property damage. Now, out of all of those, they only handed out 12 citations and only 3 students ended up in court. The school board says hearing these numbers made the decision easier to renew the contract. I spoke with Superintendent Dr. KIMT after tonight's meeting. He tells me working with RPD again for another year shows how strong the school district's relationship is with the city's police.
We don't have to duck the tough issues. We can actually stay at the table, stay in the discussion, remain patient, don't immediately react when something happens, but don't ignore it either. And so I think that if we can do it regarding SROs, which is an issue that has tripped up other communities, we can do it around other tough stuff.
Renewing this contract means keeping all 6 school resource officers in Rochester high schools and middle schools. Live in Rochester, Brandon Cote, KIMT News 3.
The school board will decide whether to renew its contract with Rochester Police at around this time next year.